Hey everybody, Dr. Jesse Morris here. So I wanted to shoot a neck and shoulder video for you guys. I know, there's just so much stress that we're all under right now, and a lot of that lands into our neck and shoulders. When I ask people where they carry and hold their stress in their bodies, the vast majority kind of point to this area. And I know a lot of people are working from home. The ergonomics aren't great. Maybe it's on the couch or the bed with the laptop on the counter. And so the combination of funky ergonomics, working from home, working on laptops, and just the stress that we're all under, I know has built up a lot of tension for people in the neck and shoulders. So what we're gonna do today is a little series of movements to just get the neck and shoulders moving better and create more mobility, more ease, and more blood flow, and just see if we can release some of that neck and shoulder tension. So thanks for joining me. Let's get into it. Let's start off with just a little breathing, a little decompression breathing, just to get some oxygen going, and then we'll get into the stretches. So what I want you to do is start with your thumbs on the bottom of your ribs, pinkies go on your hip bones. This is a way to feel your ribs pull away from your waist. What we're gonna do is inhale and try to pull the ribs up off of the waist. We're gonna try to hold the ribs up there while we breathe out. Let's do 5 of these to start off. So big breath in. Inhaling, pulling the ribs up. Try to leave your ribs up while you breathe out. 4 more. Big breath in, inflate your ribs. Hold your ribs inflated while you breathe out. Good, 3 more. Big breath in. Inflate your ribs a little more, hold them there while you breathe out. Big breath in, inflate. Hold, breathe out. Big breath in. Hold your ribs inflated and breathe out. Good. And then just shake that out a little bit. Next, we're gonna do some just basic shoulder circles. So creating some mobility and blood flow through the shoulder girdle. So what I want you to do is pull your shoulders up by your ears, pull the shoulders back, and let them drop down. Just a nice little rotation, moving your shoulder blade across your ribs. A couple more of these. Sometimes it's just important to create motion and get moving where we get so stuck and tense. Okay, a couple shoulder rotations. All right, next, we're gonna do what's called unscrewing the shoulder. So again, just creating mobility here. So what I want you to do here is, I want you to take a breath, lift the ribs up off the waist. For this one, I want you to actually push your hips back. So you're gonna just put a little tension on your hamstrings, pushing the hips back a little bit. And from here, I want you to pull your shoulder blades together. Your palms are gonna be pointing straight ahead. Now, with the shoulder blades pulled together, we're gonna rotate the thumbs down and then rotate the thumbs up towards the ceiling, keeping the shoulder blades pinched together the whole time. Let's do 5 of these. Thumbs down, roll the hands back. Thumbs down, roll the thumbs up. Good. 3 more. Just keep breathing, introducing some motion into your shoulder. Quick. And then just shake that out a little bit. Okay, so the next move we're gonna get into is called a wall angel. So when there's a lot of tension in the neck and shoulders, there's this tendency for the muscles in the front of the neck and in the front of the shoulders to get tightened up, and we get kind of stuck in this position or this position. So one thing that's really helpful is engaging the muscles between the shoulder blades and strengthening those in a way that opens the shoulders back up. So that's what we're gonna get into next. What I want you to do is put your feet shoulder width, okay? Now, we're gonna reach up overhead, and what I want you to do is imagine there's a wall behind you. Basically what you're gonna do is pin your hands to that wall, and imagine you're gonna keep a little pressure against the wall behind you and slide your hands down that wall. Let them go, relax, reach up overhead. Let's do 4 more. Pin your hands against the wall, slide down, and let go. 3 more. Hands up, pin your hands against the wall, pull your shoulder blades together. Good. 2 more. Hands up, pin to that imaginary wall, slide down. Good. Let that go. 1 more time. Up. Good. Pin your hands back, slide your hands down that imaginary wall. Great, engaging those muscles between the shoulder blades to open up the front where we get all tight and grumpy. Okay, we're gonna do that same motion, but we're gonna do it in a lunge just to get a little stretch in the hip flexors as well. I know a lot of us are sitting too much. So, let's do this. Let's put your left leg forward and your right leg back, both feet pointing straight ahead. You're in a comfortable lunge position. You wanna straighten your legs all the way, and then just unlock them. Okay, we're not bending really far into the legs, just a little bend. From here, I want you to reach your arms up overhead, and you're gonna lean back just enough to get a little stretch in the front of that right hip. Left leg's forward, we're stretching the right hip. Hands up. You're gonna pin your hands to that wall. Good, and slide the hands down. One thing to be aware of here is to not let your ribs poke out too far, so you wanna tuck those in just a little bit. It's a little better for the shoulders. Let's do 3 more of these. Hands up. Slide your hands down that imaginary wall. Good. Hands up. Leaning back, get a little stretch on that right hip. Good, you can breathe while you do this. Breathe up. Pull the hands down, breathe out. Good, one more. Great, shake that out, and let's switch legs. So your right leg is forward. We're gonna straighten both legs, unlock them, just a nice comfortable bend in the knees. Lean back just to get a little stretch in the front of that left hip. We're gonna reach the arms up overhead. Imagine there's a wall behind you. You're gonna stick your hands to that wall and pull the elbows and hands down the wall. Good, 3 more. Reaching up and trace. One more time, reach up. Slide your hands down that imaginary wall. Good, inhaling up and coming back down. Okay, cool. Shake that out just a little bit so we're getting lots of motion, lots of mobility in those shoulders. We're gonna add one more little piece to this, and then we're gonna do a little combination of movements. So the next thing I wanna teach you is something called tracing, and I learned this from foundation training, and their work is incredible. I highly recommend checking it out. What we're gonna do is you're gonna take your thumbs are gonna go on your hip bones. And the idea is that your thumb traces a line up the side of your ribs. When your thumb gets about up to here, you wanna go elbow as high as you can. And it's like you're tracing a tank top. Your thumb's gonna come up and then reach up overhead. It's a really nice way to create mobility through the shoulder. So do this with me here. Take your thumbs on your hip bones. We're gonna trace a line up the side of your ribs as you get into here. Elbows lead, elbows up as high as you can. Thumbs trace around like you got a tank top. Reaching up overhead. Thumbs back to the top of the shoulders. Trace back down and bring them down. We're gonna do 3 more of those. Thumbs on the hip bones. Thumbs are gonna trace a line straight up the side of your ribs. Trace as if you had a tank top. Reach up. Thumbs back to the top of the shoulders. Trace down. You're not gonna feel a big stretch on this one. It's just a really nice smooth range of motion. 2 more. Thumbs on the hip bones. Trace up. Elbows lead, so elbows up high here. Arms reach up. Thumbs on the top of the shoulders, come on down. And 1 more. Thumbs on the hip bones. Trace a line straight up the side of your ribs, elbows high. And reach up. Bring them back down. Thumbs to the top of the shoulders, come on down. And shake it out, let it go. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little combination of the moves we've learned so far. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna trace the hands up overhead. Once they're overhead, we're gonna come down into a wall angel. We're gonna spread our wings and then unscrew the shoulders at the bottom, okay? We're gonna do 3 of these, taking it through that combination. So let's do this. Put your feet so they point straight ahead, about shoulder width. We're gonna take a nice deep breath and lift the ribs a little. Put your thumbs on your hip bones. You're gonna trace your thumbs up the side of your ribs, elbows go high. Reach up overhead. Now imagine there's that wall behind you. You're gonna pin your hands to the wall. Wall angel, slide your arms down. Spread your wings, and you're gonna turn the thumbs down. And back up. Unscrew the shoulders 3 times. Good. Thumbs on the hip bones. We're gonna trace the thumbs up the side of the ribs. Elbows lead. Arms reach up. Imaginary wall. So pin your hands to that wall, slide the hands down, spread your wings, rotate your thumbs in and out 3 times. So good. Let's put thumbs on the hip bones. Trace the thumbs up the side of the ribs. This is our last one, so make it count. Reach your hands up. Imagine there's a wall behind you. You're gonna pin your hands to the wall, slide your hands down the wall, spread your wings, turn your thumbs down, turn them back up, down, up. Last one. And shake it out. Fantastic. So we're working this pretty hard. You may feel like you're getting a little sore up there. What we're going to get into next is just a little stretch actually for the muscles here in the side of the neck. We've been really working the shoulder girdle. We're going to work up a little bit into the muscles that actually attach to the neck here. So here's what I want you to do. We're going to take the middle of your forearm. Let's start with the left side. So this middle section of your forearm, and I want you to put this right on the back of your head. With your right hand, I want you to put your right hand on the top of your elbow, and the idea here is this shoulder blade is trying to slide down the back, okay? So you're putting a little pressure on it, sliding your shoulder blade down the back. From here, we're gonna turn your head to the right, and what we're looking for is a nice stretch that runs up the side of the neck here. So try it out, turn your head, see if you can find that stretch. Sometimes people have a tricky time finding this one, so a couple of things that happen here. Sometimes you get the elbow too far over here, right? So if it goes too far over, it's really hard to find it. And then sometimes you really have to focus on pulling that shoulder blade down the back. So if you're not feeling this stretch, think about taking the elbow back over this way a little to the left and slide it down. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Middle of your forearm on the back of your head. Right hand, you want to settle that shoulder blade down the back. Hopefully you're finding it now. And what we're going to do is turn your head to the right, and we're finding that stretch in the side of the neck, and we're just going to hold for 2 breaths. Keep pulling your shoulder blade down the back. Back to center. Stay right there with me. We're going to do that again. 2 breaths. Rotate your head to the right. Pull your shoulder blade down the back. 2 nice deep breaths. Here's 1 and 2. Good. Shake that out. Let's try the other side. Take the middle of your forearm, put it right on the back of your head with your right arm. Left hand goes onto the elbow, and you're going to try to settle your shoulder blade down your back. Okay, from here, you're going to rotate your head to the left, getting a little stretch in the right side of the neck. 2 breaths. Good. Come on back to center. If you need to, settle that shoulder blade down the back one more time. Rotate your head to the left. Find that stretch in the side of your neck. 2 breaths. Okay. Let's let that go. We're going to come back to that one at the end and just do a little more stretching in the neck, but for now I want to get it back into the shoulders just a little bit more. Okay, so from here, what I want you to do is take your feet just a little wider. So we're going to go shoulder width, maybe even a little wider than shoulder width on the feet. I want you to take a nice deep breath in, lifting the ribs, and you're going to push your hips back, putting a little tension on the hamstrings. Okay, so hips are pulling back, hamstrings are pushing back, and from here, I want you to take your palms and you're going to overlap them on the back of the head. Okay, from here, what we're going to do, the elbows are going to pull into the side of the ribs and then come back behind the head. Okay, we're going to do 5 of these. So, feet are a little wider than shoulder width, hips are pushing back, tension on the hamstrings. Take your hands, put them on the back of your head, and I want you to pull your elbows into your ribs. Good. 1, 2, good. 3, keep breathing. 4, awesome, and 5. Whoo, shake it out a little bit. You may start to feel a little sore around the shoulders. It's good. We're getting those creaky joints moving. We're getting those rusty hinges working better. Okay, so now we're gonna move back into that stretch for the side of the neck. We're gonna finish up with that. So we're gonna actually do this in a lunge. So I want you to take your right leg forward. Both feet are straight ahead. So knees are just unlocked. We're gonna lean back. We're looking for a little stretch in the front of that left hip. You're gonna take your left forearm, place it on the back of the head. Right hand goes on the top of the elbow, and you're gonna try to slide that shoulder blade down the back. Good. Once you're there, lean back again, reestablish the stretch in the front of that left hip, and turn your head to the right. Good. We're looking for 2 nice deep breaths here. Good. Shake it out. Let's switch sides. Okay. Left leg is forward. Both feet are pointing straight ahead. Lean back till you feel a little stretch in the front of your right hip. You're going to take the middle of your forearm on the right side and put it on the back of your head. Left hand goes onto the elbow, and you're going to slide that shoulder blade down the back. From here, we're going to turn the head, get a little stretch, and hold for 2 breaths. Lean back just a little more on that hip. Good. And I lied. One last little thing. Just a few more gentle shoulder circles to kind of set it all in motion. So rolling the shoulders back and breathing. All right. So thank you so much for everybody for watching this. I hope this really helps get some more mobility and relieves some of that stuck tension in the neck and the shoulders. I know so many of us are experiencing. As always, feel free to share this with your friends and loved ones. Feel free to like my page and all that good stuff, subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.